I was there with Shabby across the street. I see you.
Oh man, put out the brake lights. Hey, dim the lights, man. You ruining his eyes. That's what I say.
You ain't gonna get it better than you had.
Hey, you go one way.
Wait a minute. What's the light, please? Go ahead, Paul. Can you stop? Oh, what made you decide to volunteer to save yourself?
Two of the female employees of this check cashing place were waiting to get in, and this lone gunman approached them and demanded they open the door. They had keys. They had the keys to the door. They opened the door, and at this point, one of the girls got away. He either let her go, I don't know that, or she ran away, and he took the other girl in. Now, she was able to trip the alarm, which notified the police department, and of course, when we got here, he was trapped in here with the girl. At that point, we were able to get on a telephone with the gunman and try and talk him to convince him that he should come out and surrender. He didn't want to do that, but eventually, we were able to have him agree to substitute the female hostage for a male employee of the check cashing place. That's Jimmy Hall. Jimmy Hall, I guess you saw him go in, but he still was a little reluctant. He wanted the girl to go in the car with him, but finally he agreed to have another male go in the car, and this was supposed to be the store manager, but actually, in fact, he was one of our detectives. So they took off in the car, and he was apprehended at Linden Boulevard, New York Avenue. That's about it.
And what happened there? What happened at Linden in New York?
At Linden Boulevard, New York Avenue, he jumped out of the car and started to run. At that point, he was shot by detectives.
Did he shoot at the
I
detectives?
understand. I haven't been there yet. I'm going over there now. I understand there were an exchange of shots. I can't tell you that right now.
How many shots were fired?
What's that?
How many shots were fired?
He's on his way to Kings County Hospital right now.
How many shots were fired?
I don't know.
What was the telephone conversation like? What was the telephone conversation like? What did he say?
The telephone conversation was, first of all, we didn't want anybody hurt. We begged him, we asked him to come out and surrender. We told him that we would send in this fellow Jimmy Hall if we let the girl go. Jimmy volunteered. We didn't ask him to go in. He volunteered to go in and try and talk to the gunman.
And what did he say?
He, as I said in the beginning, he wanted the girl to go in the car, but then finally he agreed. He agreed to the third man in the car, who he thought was the owner of the store, but in fact he was a detective.
Where was he going in the car?
Well, he was going to escape. He had a gun.
Where did he want to go?
No particular designation. He just wanted to escape. That's all.
What was his objective in coming into the check cashing place? What was he asking?
It was a stick-up with money.
And how much money could he possibly have gotten?
I understand approximately $2,000.
And what did he get?
As far as I know, he didn't get anything.
He didn't take any money with him when he left.
Can I have your full name, Inspector?
Gardner.
Inspector.
Howard Gardner.
Inspector Howard Gardner. Thank you.
Okay, you were in the car.
Yes, I drove the car in place of the manager.
And how did that happen? How did you get to be in the place of the manager?
Well, I had to volunteer for that job.
And exactly what happened?
Well, in the car, the perpetrator asked us to drive him as soon as possible out of the location where he was from. He also gave us direction where to turn, how fast to go, which I did, and then he asked us to stop here on New York Avenue. He jumped out of the car, and I bumped him with the car in order to stop him.
You bumped him with the car?
Yes, I tried to get out of the way because there was another car that was coming awfully fast from this way, and I had to swerve in order not to hit him. And when I did that, my car hit his leg and he went down. He got up and he started running. At that time, he turned around and he pointed the gun in our direction. Detective who was following was in another car, jumped out of his car and chased him into the alleyway there.
And fired shots?
Well, the perpetrator fired shots at the detective and myself.
How many shots?
2 shots.
And how many shots were fired in exchange?
I don't know exactly.
And he was shot in the back or in the front?
No, he was shot in the chest.
How many shots?
1 shot.
1 shot hit him in the chest?
1 shot apparently hit him in the chest.
And was he dead then, or what happened?
No, he wasn't dead. The ambulance had his revolver cocked, but he did say he had it in our backs. The driver straight ahead and listened to him exactly as he wanted.
You say he seemed nervous.
Yes, he was nervous.
What manifestations of this did you have?
All I could do was control myself and just drive the car as he wanted. He wasn't going to hurt me. He didn't know who I was.
But what did he do?
He just told us to drive on.
Did he ever say why he did it?
No, he didn't. I didn't ask him.
You see that thing there?
Yeah.
That's a toy, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
How do you feel?
Particular spot.
Well, this is the driveway where the perpetrator entered with the officers in pursuit. We followed him into the driveway and lost him behind the house. And this time, we seen him stick his head out in his hand with a gun in it, and he fired 1 shot at us. We at this time ducked behind the wall, my partner, Jimmy O'Brien, and myself. He fired another shot at us. Several shots were fired back and forth, and the perpetrator was hit. He fell to the ground, and we immediately ran over to him, and seeing that he was still alive, we called an ambulance. That's about it.
Right there in the car.
Testing.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut. Yeah. What is it, about 14 now? You can see him here too. He's right in the doorway there.
Zero beard, limestone. No. Zero beard.
Pan over to the thing. Yeah. Good.
I'll come to you.
You open up that sound in the shade there. I got it. Okay, this is bad with the white hat on. See the guys cleaned up with the fence there?
Get these people back.
Okay, get off the street. Get.
We're not going to cancel anything.
Watch the door. Let's go back.
Okay.
Come on, everybody back. Come on.
Inspector,
could you give us a background of what happened,
Inspector,
please?
would you identify yourself for us?
Stop this shit.
James Meehan, 12th Division Commander, Inspector.
Now could you tell us what?
The information we have at this time is that he abandoned the car at Linden Boulevard and Nostrand Avenue and ran up an alleyway. We had unmarked cars with plainclothes detectives in pursuit. They left their vehicles, followed him up the alley, and fired and shot and wounded him, and apparently it looks that he's DOA at this time. That's not a final determination, but he has...
fire at them, sir?
No.
Well, do you know who fired the shots? Was from the pursuit cars or the detective who was driving the car?
No, it was from the pursuit cars.
Was he fired at by more than one man?
I believe so at this time, but I don't have definite information.
What about the men in the car with him? Who were they and what happened to them?
One was a detective and one was a civilian.
They
were not injured, no.
Now, when he exited from the car, can you give us some description of how he exited? Did he run or was he just...
He ran up the alley.
And he was shot in the alley, and that's where they got him.
Yes.
Did he drive the car?
No.
He was sitting alongside the
Right.
man posing as what?
Who was the detective driving the car?
Inspector, do you have any indication as to who
Chief
this man
Gardner
might
has
be?
the detective's name. Pardon me?
Do you have any indication as to who this man might be?
No, not at this time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Professional.
We'd like to get some more information for you. We'll give you.
of this store sitting in the back of the car.
Can we speak with the woman employee? Can we speak with the employee? Chief, do you want to talk to us, the woman employee?
This small check cashing place in Brooklyn, New York is open for business as usual this afternoon. This morning, a man attempted to rob this place. He's dead this afternoon. This small check cashing place in Brooklyn, New York is open for business as usual this afternoon. This morning, a man attempted to rob this place, and he's dead this afternoon. Okay. This small check cashing place in Brooklyn, New York is open for business as usual this afternoon. This morning, a man... This small check cashing...